Hey guys, today I am going to be reviewing and demoing a new product from Rare Beauty. I am honestly so surprised that I somehow am on their PR list. I was not expecting to receive this at all, so that's super exciting. They did send me some of the other Rare Beauty products a while back, but I was just not expecting to get this new launch, so super exciting. So I figured I would review this for you guys. So this is a tinted moisturizer that was recently launched, and it is called their Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. This has SPF 20 in here. This is what the PR box looks like. This little box. Open it up. Also, here we have on this side. And then right here is where the product is. So this is also a glance at the shade range right there. So this is the shade 16C, and this is described as light with cool peach undertone. I normally go for either a neutral undertone or a warm undertone. So we'll see how this works for me. I'm not normally like a peach undertone. This is supposed to give light coverage, which I expected, given that it is a tinted moisturizer. Although some tinted moisturizers do sometimes have coverage, but this one is supposed to be very light coverage. It's supposed to give a radiant finish, it's supposed to be hydrating, it's supposed to be good for dry, combo, and normal skin. It's made without parabens. This is described as a flexible tinted moisturizer that immediately blurs the skin with glowy, light to medium coverage, all while hydrating and protecting skin from the sun. Okay, so it says it can go up to medium coverage, so maybe this is buildable, or maybe that depends on what you have to cover. I do have like hyperpigmentation to cover. This is not an active blemish, it's just like a leftover mark, so I can kind of test it out on that to see what kind of coverage this is going to give. This is free of parabens. It is also vegan and cruelty free. It says, think no makeup, makeup in a bottle. This weightless, breathable, tinted formula blends like moisturizer into a blurred, hydrated, naturally radiant, and non-sticky finish that lasts. With built-in sun protection plus vitamin E, it moves with your skin, wearing evenly in 24 flexible shades. This tinted moisturizer is non-comedogenic. Okay, so this does come in 24 shades, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this now. So I'm just gonna make sure I shake this up. Also, something about Rare Beauty is Selena Gomez just seems like the sweetest person. On the PR box, it says that 1% of Rare Beauty sales are donated to the Rare Impact Fund to increase access to mental health services for young people. So that's really, really cool. All right, so this is what it looks like. It kind of looks like one of those like Glossier. I've never used any of the Glossier products, but it looks like one of those products applicators. I'm pretty sure they have an applicator like this. I might be wrong. But this is what the applicator looks like. So like a little dropper type thing. Shake it up, then massage with a few drops into skin using your fingertips. For fuller coverage, add a few more drops. I'm just gonna start off with a few drops. Not even drops, I guess, just a little bit. All right, just starting off with this amount. I'm just gonna kind of dot this over my face. I feel like this might be a little light for me, but I feel like I look pretty light on camera right now anyway. I'm just gonna take a little bit more, apply it to my forehead. And then after applying this, I'll see if I need any more coverage, but I'm just gonna blend this out. So it's, you know, blending in like it doesn't feel like totally like a moisturizer. It kind of feels like you're applying like just a very light coverage foundation, I'd say, more than it feels like a moisturizer. Like it's not super moisturizing feeling on the skin. My skin is also quite dry right now. It's pretty cold outside, and I feel like my skin has just been drier with the colder weather. All right, so that definitely like gave not much coverage at all. I don't even know if it gave any coverage, to be honest. You guys can let me know if you notice any difference, if it like evened out the skin tone a little bit at all. But I'm just gonna add more because that did not give like any coverage, I feel like. So going in with the second layer, and then if I want to add like more to areas where I have more hyperpigmentation or like dark spots, I'll just kind of dot the product on there and see if it really does anything. Okay, going in with the second layer, I definitely can see that it's giving a little bit more coverage, but ooh, I feel like this shade is like a bit too light for me. Yeah, I just feel like I look a little ghostly, at least in the camera. I feel like I look a little ghostly. This shade might just be a little bit too light for me, but I don't know. It's not too light, but I feel like it's a little bit too light for me. I think it says it's supposed to have like a radiant finish. It feels like almost like it's dried down in a way, but it doesn't feel matte, but it still is like giving some radiance. I don't know if you guys can tell. Hopefully you guys can. Like it still is giving like a radiance to the skin. Like it looks like the skin is really nice and healthy. So that's really nice, but it doesn't feel like super heavy or moisturizing. It definitely feels very lightweight. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit more of the product and I'm gonna kind of try to spot conceal, like they said, to like add if you want a little bit more coverage to areas where there's like blemishes. So these aren't active blemishes, but there's some dark spots. So I'm just gonna tap it into the skin in those areas where I have some of those dark spots. That definitely did help a little bit, for sure. I love how this looks on the skin though. It looks really, really pretty. It looks healthy. It honestly is almost like undetectable on the skin. I definitely wouldn't say this is a medium coverage, or at least not for me. I do have quite a bit of dark spots to cover. They have definitely gotten a lot better. They were much darker before, but they have definitely faded quite a bit. But yeah, it's not going to give much coverage, at least not for me. But on a day-to-day basis, that might be something that you would like. I don't know. And now that it's kind of like sunk into my skin even more, I feel like maybe the shade match is actually pretty good. I don't know. You guys let me know if my face looks darker than my neck. Maybe it's just my imagination. I don't know. I feel like it actually is matching quite good. Normally I would just blend this down my neck as well. And I should do that. I'm going to take a little bit and blend this down my neck. Get some protection on the neck as well. Obviously, you would need to use much more than this for some protection. So what I am noticing about it is that it looks very natural, very just skin-like on most of my face, but around like right here, I am noticing that it is looking a little bit dry. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, just like a little bit right here, it's looking a little bit dry. But I think that's just because my skin is kind of dry there. I don't think it has to do with this. But if you do have dry skin and you have some areas on your skin that look obviously like dry or a little bit flaky, then definitely make sure that I guess you would just need to moisturize before applying this. I know this is, supposed to be a moisturizer as well, but I wouldn't use this like in place of a moisturizer maybe if you do have dry skin. If you have oily skin or combination skin, you may be able to just use this on its own for a moisturizer. Though even I do have combination skin and I feel like I would want to apply a moisturizer before applying this. Just because my skin is a little bit dry in some areas like here. That's the only area though that I'm seeing that it looks a little bit dry. It's not overly obvious, but it just looks a little bit heavy or flaky right there. I don't really even think that it's fault to this. I think it's just because my skin is dry. But like the rest of my face looks really just healthy and glowy. It doesn't look dry. It honestly just doesn't even look like I have a product on. It just looks like my skin, which is really, really nice. But yeah, if you do have dry skin, I would definitely say use a moisturizer before applying this, because this itself isn't super moisturizing. It almost feels like it's like a natural finish as far as like how it feels, but it does still give a little bit of that like radiance and luminosity to the skin, like where it just looks like healthy and glowy, as you can kind of see there in some areas. But yeah, it's not like super moisturizing. I don't know how helpful this video was. I hope this video was somewhat helpful. Let me know if you guys do have any questions about this. I'd love to know your thoughts on this if you have tried it. But if you guys do have any questions, definitely let me know in the comment section below if there is anything that I just didn't answer in this video for you guys that you guys are curious about. And if you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you do want to see even more content from me in the future, I would absolutely love it if you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all for my next video. Bye guys.